A lot of school systems are now trying to ban bake sales during school hours and remove all vending machines. Most schools nowadays have already been forcing healthier foods onto our lunch trays for a while now. I know I don't agree with most people, but I don't think this is a good idea at all. I know the schools are only trying to help, but really, I think they're just making it worse. I think schools should make less attempts to make children healthier. Okay, let's have a hypothetical situation here. Let's say on a Friday, a kid finds $5 on the ground on the way to school, or a friend gives that kid $5. Okay, that kid comes from a very poor family and his parents make little to no money. And he knows that he doesn't have any food at home to eat on the weekend. When he finds this money, his immediate thought is, yes, I'll use this in the vending machine when I get to school so I can finally have food for the weekend. When he gets to school, he's walking through the hallways with a big smile on his face because he knows that he won't be hungry tomorrow for once. Only when he gets to where the vending machine should be, it's not there. He's looking around in confusion and he goes up to a teacher and asks her where it went. And she tells him that the school administrators decided it was only giving children unhealthy food until they took it out. He walked away thinking that the vending machine was his only source of food, whether it was unhealthy or not. That vending machine could have just been the child's source of food for evenings too. Like, it doesn't have to be the weekend, it could be that kid's dinner. Either way, the vending machine should not be taken out of schools. You never know who really needs them. In my school, we've had bake sales for families or people in need. This year we had one for a local family whose teenage son had committed suicide. And we also have them for fundraising for clubs, sports, or extracurricular activities in general. And you know, those families that we did that for really appreciated that. Anything in times of loss helped. A lot of kids just have bad home lives, some worse than we could ever imagine. Extracurricular activities could give them an excuse not to have to go home for a while after school, and for a lot of them that means everything. A lot of activities depend solely on fundraising, and if schools cut out bake sales, they may not have enough money to keep themselves up. I know a lot of children that their sport is the only thing in the world that they have to look forward to. I know a specific and true story about a little girl who came to be on her first sports team in middle school. And this girl doesn't come from a really bad home, but it's not a good one at best. She had been self-harming for a fairly long time before she came onto the team, and quite a few people knew about it, but they couldn't really do anything to make her stop. One day her coach saw her arm and decided to talk to her about it. He walked up to her and asked her what was on her arm, and she looked away in shame. He looked at her and sternly told her that he didn't want her to ever do that again, or she would be suspended from the team for a certain period of time. She promised she would never do it again and has kept that promise to this day. A lot of kids need coaches like that in their life. They need someone they can trust and they can talk to anytime that they need to, but they could very well not get that if schools cut out the fundraisers like bake sales. How would you feel if your child was hungry at school all day because they can't eat the food the school is serving and there's nothing else to eat? Well, that's basically what's happening. A lot of schools are forcing healthier foods into lunches now as well. Like, our school, we only have wheat bread now. Like, literally everything wheat, like biscuits, rolls, and even garlic bread. And we have no extra salt to put on the already food that's not good, and we only have fruit and salad as sides. And the food wasn't good to begin with, and now they're just making it worse. But I know that they think they're helping, but because I think the kids are eating the new healthier food. But in reality, most of the kids just aren't eating it. I don't know about you, but I would rather a kid eat food that's like just a little bit less healthy than what they're serving right now than not eat at all. Now, I know there's the argument that if a kid gets hungry enough, they'll eat, but why should it have to be like that at school? Everyone wants kids to enjoy school, but for some, there really isn't a reason to. For them, school is just a place to go because they have to. If school is the only place they get food, why not make it the best that they possibly can? It would be okay that kids didn't eat lunch if they had some other way to get food throughout the day, like a vending machine or a bake sale. But if the schools start cutting those out, they won't have it. One thing I don't understand is about my school. We have this after-school food program for kids that are staying after for sports, and some for those that just don't have it at home. those bags have really unhealthy foods in them though, and I don't understand why they're giving us really unhealthy foods but making us eat wheat and taking out all the other unhealthy things. Now don't get me wrong, I think living a healthy lifestyle is one of the best things you can do. I like eating healthy, but I don't like being forced into it. I feel like schools should try less to make kids healthier, and they're really just making things worse.